When you think of the best drink, what beverages come to mind? Does it depend on the time of day and how you're feeling? For example, we're getting close to the summertime. Maybe you'll crack a cold soda pop, or maybe you'll have a milkshake. What if I told you that the best drink in the world not only tastes amazing, but you can have it at any time of the day and with any food? You might be wondering, well, what is that best drink? Before we even get there, how's it going, everyone? My name's Matt, and welcome to the channel at Animated Picks. And today we're gonna dive into the origin behind the best drink in the world. Grab your snacks, drinks, and anything else you wanna have as you sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Today we're gonna jump into the history and the makings behind the world's greatest drink, boba. The roots of boba, which some people call bubble tea, can be traced back to the 1940s. After working as a mixologist in an izakaya in Taiwan under Japanese rule during World War II, in 1949, Chang Fan-shu opened a tea shop that sold shouyao, which is basically handshaken tea made with cocktail shakers. The drinks were rich and silky iced tea with fine air bubbles on the top. This was dubbed as foam tea in Taiwan. Shouyao actually is an essential element for boba, and without that, you don't have boba. Over time, tea beverages grew popular, and this correlated with Taiwan's rapid economic growth in the 1980s. In 1986, Taiwanese artist and entrepreneur Tu Song-hee started a tea shop, and after moving past his previous business endeavor, he really needed an idea that separated his tea shop from others. According to Tu, he visited the Yamliao wet market in Tianan when he, quote, saw fenwan tapioca balls, a traditional snack that he loved from his childhood. He said, I thought to myself, why don't I add some fenwan into my green tea? The fenwan looked translucent with a white center with green tea and reminded Tu of his mother's pearl necklace, so he coined it Zenzu Lucha, which means pearl green tea. That name sounds familiar, right? Some of you may order pearl green teas today, but you might also be wondering, dude, what the heck is tapioca? And don't worry, I got you. Tapioca is a starch extracted from cassava root, and cassava root is a starchy, nutty flavored root vegetable that, funny enough, originated in South America, but is consumed widely in a lot of countries. Cassava root is used to make other products like bread, flour, chips, and flakes, and it can also be cooked in soups, stews, and other meat dishes. Sorry about that off-tangent note about tapioca. Any Hoosers, Tu experimented with boba by adding bigger black tapioca balls to milk tea for a richer taste and chewier texture. This sounds like, I don't know, the classic boba milk tea that most people know and love today.
What? This is a moment in history! Take a picture! Yo!
With these drinks, Tu opened his first boba shop, Hanlin, in October of 1986. And now, Hanlin has about 80 different branches across Taiwan, the US, Canada, and China. At this point, you're probably thinking, well, that's the end of the video, right? Well, no, not exactly. This is where this is where the boba tea gets extra juicy. What if I were to tell you that Tu isn't the only person who is claiming to have invented boba? Lin Hsihui, a product manager at tea house chain Chun Shui Tang, claims that she created the first glass of boba milk tea at a staff meeting in 1988. For funsies, she poured tapioca balls into her Assam tea and drank it. She said in an interview with CNN that everyone at the meeting loved the drink and it quickly outsold all of our other iced teas within a couple of months. According to Angela Liu, the daughter of the founder of Chun Shui Tang, her dad started to wonder what else the tea house could offer. According to Angela, her father, Lin Han-che, asked the staff to experiment with different toppings and textures. One of his staff members then suggested that they add tapioca balls. The fight for who made boba got so intense that at one point, there was a 10-year litigation that started in 2009 over who made it.
Why did you even rope me into this? Cause he roped me into this. Well, him over there, he roped me me into this. Well, he wrote me into this. What about me? He wrote.
And the legal fight was so intense, but it eventually got settled in 2019 when the court decided the following. They said that, well, since boba is essentially a drink that anyone could make or any shop could make, it's unnecessary to determine who created it. Now, up to this point, I've referred to bubble tea as boba, but what if I were to tell you that there is an origin story behind the name boba itself? Bubble tea sounds pretty much synonymous with boba, but where did boba come from? Well, most people agree that it was coined by a hawker in Tiananmen who was inspired by Hong Kong movie star Amy Yip's nickname. Her nickname, of course, was Boba. The title did not lie. When I said that a hot star was involved in the creation of boba, but I'm also not kidding, so if anyone's trying to charge me for clickbait, there, I'm just putting that note out there. But the hawker named the larger black tapioca balls boba to differentiate them from the smaller fen one found in tea shops. Any Hoosers, back to the clickbait thing, you're probably thinking, well, Amy Yip had nothing to do with the making of boba, as in the actual black tapioca balls itself. So how can you claim that she helped make it? Here's my answer. There's more to boba than just the making of the actual drink with the tapioca balls. Many people know bubble tea as boba and vice versa, not just in Taiwan, but around the world. And boba is more than just a drink. Sure, it's something that you can have when you need a little bit of a refreshing beverage, but it's also a cultural phenomenon.
It's not just a boulder!
Boba. Within Taiwan in the 1980s, historian Sang said that boba reflects the mood of Taiwan and how it transitioned from old to new. He said, it embraces some Taiwanese age-old cultural experiences with a touch of nostalgic emotion prevailing in the modern society. And this point is true. Tapioca balls and teas separately existed, but through innovation, people found a way to combine those two familiar things together and to make a whole new experience. Any Hoosers, you have the tea on one end that has just always been existing, and then you also have the Fen One, which they've later expanded to also have the larger black tapioca balls, and then you just put the two together. I'm wondering now if there's anything else in the world that we eat or drink that would work well if we combine it together. But I guess the only way of knowing is by experimenting with it, right? But even if we go to the current society, nowadays, boba continues to evolve in both taste and texture. For example, there are a lot of new shops that sell brown sugar boba. Even traditional shops continue to diversify their menus by, for example, using the word latte to suggest that there is fresh milk and milk tea to show that the drink has creamer and tea. What once started in Taiwan is now a drink widely consumed around the world. Boba comes with tea, smoothies, and even in milkshakes. Personally, I love to have boba with popcorn fried chicken or Korean fried chicken, but you can have it with pretty much anything. You can have it with sugary sweets like cookies and cupcakes, or you can have it to complement a savory meal like, let's say, a burger or even ramen. Regardless of when, where, and how you drink it, boba is the drink for you. Boba is truly a drink that revolutionized the beverage industry, and it's a drink that gets more and more popular with time. But what do you think? If you want to learn more about the history of some of today's most popular trends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the videos. Also, feel free to share your favorite boba flavor below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. If this video hasn't made you want to hop onto Uber Eats or DoorDash to get boba, or even better, go to the actual store and get the boba, well then I have no clue what will. What are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, comment, and order some boba. But until we see each other, stay rad and have a gnarly week. Oh, hang on, I forgot. Cheers.